Welcome to Road to Ownership. My name is Wes. We're going to continue with this segment. This segment we call asset ownership. As you can observe, we are currently creating two different segments here in Road to Ownership. One of them is the call to ownership, where we call families out of rental ship to ownership. But this segment, we pretty much want to continue this segment that we call asset ownership. I want to give you a reminder, okay? In this segment, we want to develop this idea that we believe that we are living in the era of asset ownership, where almost everybody who is reading, looking, and listening will become aware of the four major asset classes. These are asset classes that maintain their value over the US dollar over time. And they are real estate, precious metals, stocks, and currently I would say Bitcoin rather than cryptocurrency. Now, we made a few videos. These videos were pretty much to talk about this era of asset ownership, give better explanation about it, kind of looking further into it or unwrapping the idea. And we also made a few videos where we're kind of giving you very basic, simple tools to help you navigate this era of asset ownership. Today, what I want to talk about today, I'm trying to create some kind of a diagram to help you understand, how to navigate this era of asset ownership. This video I'm making here might be based on a bias. Since I'm a real estate agent, I always feel like that real estate is the most important asset class in those four asset classes. But somebody else with a different background, with a different experience might feel differently. So that's why today I want to emphasize on the importance of real estate. Well, before we go any further, I want to ask you for a quick favor. If you could please just take 1 second and subscribe to this channel, it will be greatly appreciated. Now, everything that you're doing in life, you should have a certain order, of how you do things, And if you are somebody who's completely aware of this era of asset ownership, and let's say you are a young person just finishing school, and you are going on your journey of building some kind of a wealth or a retirement nest egg for yourself and your family, you need some direction on how to navigate this asset ownership era. And in this video, what I'm here to say is very simple. I believe that the ownership of a primary home should be the base, or what I call the foundation of your journey in this asset ownership era. And I have a few reasons, why I believe that a primary home should be the base. Okay? The first reason that I have is the fact that a primary home, in my opinion, is the most useful of all the assets. Okay? Because you need a house to live in. It provides you shelter. It's one of the basic needs. Like I mentioned before, if you remember Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where they have all the basic needs like water, and you go up to other needs like security or self-actualization, you see shelter is really at the bottom, because human need shelter. So a primary home, which is a subcategory in real estate, I think is the most important asset, because it provides a basic human need. If you compare that to, let's say, stocks that is used to help companies leverage and become very large, it's important, for wealth building for a society, but it's not a basic human need. If you look at precious metals, that they probably use gold in manufacturing and for jewelry, so it's not a basic human need. And if you look at cryptocurrency, which is really a human invention, it's not really a basic human need. So that's the first reason why I believe that this subcategory in real estate, which is a primary home, is the most useful asset and should make the base of your financial future, you should start with a house. So that's why I think the real title for this video should be Start with a House. Okay, once you start with a house, then you can go further into building a stock portfolio or putting a little bit of precious metals in your portfolio, or getting into cryptocurrency, which is very risky. Now, the second reason why I think you should make home ownership the base of your financial future or your asset ownership journey is because of the massive leverage, in real estate. With the FHA loan, you can actually buy a house with only 3.5% down, and you get the other 96.5% in the form of a loan, and it's a loan that is insured by the government. Now, nobody's going to give you a massive loan like this with such a low down payment to buy stocks, to buy precious metals, or to buy cryptocurrency. So this is the second main reason why I believe that you should start with this subcategory of real estate, which is a primary home ownership. Now, the third reason why I believe that you should make primary home ownership as your very first move when it comes to building asset for yourself and your family in this age of asset ownership is because a house provides comfort for your family. A house provides a sense of security to your family. So I think there's a lot of social benefits in home ownership that's very important for a family, and which is the third reason why I believe you should make primary home ownership as your very first serious financial move. If you build some wealth, I would say if you build your first bag of money, you should put it in a house rather putting it in stocks, in precious metals, or putting it in cryptocurrency. In my opinion, it's a much more secure place to put it, and also it offers you multiple benefits that you will not get in these other asset classes. So this is pretty much what I wanted to say today about home ownership. I think you need to make primary home ownership first. It should be your first move. Once you build a little bit of savings, I think you should do that first, especially if you have a family, to anchor your family, to build your base, and then you can go further in building a stock portfolio, buying precious metals, or investing in cryptocurrency, which is much more risky. This was the video for today. Thank you.